Hello, my name is Liliana Blackstar, and I am astrologer, also known as Hestia's Muse, a certified reader with Seattle Psychics Association. And I just wanted to pop in for a little bit to show you a cool thing that's going on with Mercury and Venus right now. Um, we have a really cool thing that's like a dance between these two planets trading places, going to be from one side of the sun to the other side of the sun. And it's also really neat because before they switch places, they're in what's called a mutual reception, where Venus is in Virgo, the sign that is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is in Libra, the sign that is ruled by Venus. So they're both like in each other's kingdom. If Libra is the place that Venus is in charge of, and Mercury's hanging out there, and Virgo is the place that Mercury is in charge of, but Venus is hanging out there, then they have what's called a mutual reception. And they're both hidden from view because they're both very close to the sun. If the sun is here in the middle, we have Venus on one side, Mercury on the other, both under the rays of the sun or in combustion, which is when a planet is so close to the sun that we can't see it anymore because the sun has that really brightening effect. And it just drowns out the light from anything else around it. So anything that gets close to the sun becomes what we call combust. And Mercury is combust as it's retrograding towards the sun, and Venus is not retrograde, but she is moving towards the sun. And this week, Mercury is going to come onto the other side of the sun and be suddenly in the same sign as Venus. And then after a little while, Venus will move forward to the other side of the sun, and they will both be back in their sign of dominion. So Venus will be back in Libra, where she is in dominion and the ruler of that sign, and Mercury will be back in Virgo, where he's in dominion and the ruler of that sign, once they switch places and are both like on the other side. So that's a cool thing. I'm going to try to share my screen and pull up a chart here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. So this is the chart of right now. Today is September 18th. As you can see at the very top of this chart, we have Mercury in Libra on one side of the sun and Venus in Virgo on the other side of the sun. And the sun is right at 25 degrees Virgo. And we're going to move this forward a bit to show you what's happening. And on this day, Mercury on the 22nd is really close to the sun. The sun is in the final degrees of Virgo and moves in then to Libra, and Mercury moves into the final degrees of Virgo. So you see, I'll show that again. This little switch that happens with the sun going into Libra on the same day and around the same time that Mercury goes into Virgo. So the sun and Mercury are switching signs while Mercury is combust, and actually while Mercury is in a cazimi, which is when it's really, really conjunct to the sun. And then for a little while, we have both Mercury and Venus together in the same sign. They're both still combust of the sun, and Mercury is still retrograde. So this goes on for a little while. Let me see. This looks like this is the 25th, and then this is the 26th. So around about the 25th and 26th, Mercury and Venus will be in a conjunction, and then Venus will move to the other side as Mercury is still retrograding, so it's going further back in the sign, and Venus is moving forward and growing closer to the sun. So they have their own conjunction while they are in Virgo together on the 26th. And then we have Venus entering Libra on September 29th. And she's still in combustion and still like following behind the sun, or preceding the sun, sorry. But now both of them are in the sign of Libra while Mercury is in Virgo. So now we have, instead of them in mutual reception, we have them both in dominion. Mercury is in dominion in Virgo while Venus is in dominion in Libra. And then as we continue to go forward throughout the beginning of October, it takes a while for Venus to catch up with the sun. But I think eventually there's a conjunction on October 22nd with both the sun and Venus at the final degrees of Libra. So this is when Venus has her cazimi, which is that exact conjunction with the sun, and then moves to the other side of the sun on October 23rd at the same time as they both enter Scorpio together. So Venus will be in combustion with the sun the entire time that she moves through Libra. And she's still in combustion here, but now has moved to the other side of the sun on the same day that they both move into the sign of Scorpio together. Mercury's also back in Libra by this time because the retrograde ended and it moved forward again. But I just wanted to show that over the next month, between now and October 23rd, we have this switching of places. Because remember when we started, we had Mercury on this side of the sun and Venus on the other side of the sun. And now a month later, it's completely switched around. So that's a fun little dance that Mercury and Venus are doing. And it's just a very dynamic, cool thing that I wanted to show you. Plus, as Venus eventually moves farther away from the sun, she will eventually become an evening star again. So we're going to move this over here to evening time. This is about sunset, the sun going down. And as we move it forward, you can see that around January of next year, after the sun goes down, Venus and Saturn will be together in the sky, very visible in the evening, just above the western horizon, just after sunset. And I love Venus as an evening star because she's so bright and beautiful, and you can just see her right after sunset, right above the horizon after the sun goes down. And that's only about like half the time that we can actually see Venus. She's either a morning star that you can only see in the morning before sunrise, or she's an evening star that you can only see in the evening just after sunset. So this movement of Venus from one side of the sun to another is her switching from being a morning star back to being an evening star. And we'll have a few months of being able to see her in the evening sky after sunset. And she's just going to get brighter and brighter as she moves farther away from the sun there. And she'll have that nice conjunction with Saturn through January. And when she's back in Pisces, the sign where she's exalted, she's definitely going to be a bright evening star there. So that's going to be fun in February. Anyways, thank you so much for just checking out this short little video that I wanted to make. I just want to try to test out doing little video chats with you guys and see how you like them. So let me know what you think, and I can definitely do some more of these if you guys like them. Yeah, have a great day and enjoy this amazing little switcheroo dance of Mercury and Venus switching places with the sun over the next month. All right.